All right, welcome everybody, day 498, and we go forward with the sales. So I've realized that we have now exactly 15 minutes in order to prepare for the meeting that we will have, the mastermind that we're going to have. It's going to be incredible. And in this mastermind, we are going to work on updating the testimonials that we've gotten, put them all on the website, sign up for a new account, and put that on the website. How great is that going to be? Very great. That's the answer. That's the honest answer. It is the honest truth. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go forward with the sales. So what I'm going to be doing for Black Friday is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime offer, where I help people with warm outreach coaching. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to help business owners add 20% to their revenue. Now, there will not be an income claim. Anybody's results will vary. But this is what has happened to some of the clients that I've been working with. So we're going to be adding 20% to the revenue for business owners over 100,000 per year. 20% to the revenue within 6 months with warm outreach. That is a believable claim. Now you can hire people who can promise you the world. You can also hire people who are much more expensive and much more experienced than I am for much more. But here's kind of what you're getting, the best of both worlds. You're going to be getting personalized attention from me, and we're going to get this outcome for you. This is what we want. This is what we're going to do. This is how it will be. So with that, Alex Hormozy asking yes-based question. Does it sound good? Neutral. If we did that, does it sound like fair expectation? Does it sound reasonable? Fair enough? Okay, then let's move forward. There are 3 types of statements on the sales process. Number 1 is questions, leading questions that get them to come to the conclusion to work with me and that I can solve their problems. Restatement, understanding and listening. Right? Questions, restatement. Right? That's it. People are not going to execute on teaching until they have their belief broken. Okay, short stories. Yes, I've worked through this here already. Tell you a story. Fundamentally, fitness, nutrition, and accountability. So you will need narrow messaging. So you will need narrow messaging, schedule accountability, and warm outreach strategy. And warm outreach strategy and implementation. And a warm outreach strategy and implementation. That's what we're going to be doing. These are the 3 points. And so with that, it's going to be $9.97 one-time payment. It's going to be $9.97 for the one-time payment. And then we're going to have another $9.97 after 3 months when you see the first results. And if you don't see the results within 3 months, I give you the grand back. I give you the $1,000 back. No worries. And if we haven't made you at least $1,000 after tax, double than that after tax, if we haven't yet. So I'm going to put myself in the line. And by the way, this is not for everybody. And I'm not just saying this. It's like, in order for us to work, we got to have something to work with. So if you don't have a list, if you don't have a social media channel, if you don't have an existing list of clients, like, what do you want me to do? There's nothing we can do. This is only for already successful business owners who have, as I said, already had success in the past and who are going to just do more of what's already working for them. Right? I never pitch the program until the prospect is ready to buy. I coach my client to come to the conclusion that they have come to by themselves, which is that he needs to work with me in order to solve his problems. So I'm helping people on the call in breaking their beliefs and make more deals. I never pitch the program with without the prospect being ready to buy. So there are 3 things to say when I'm closing. Number 1, questions, restatements, and stories. Questions, restatements, and stories. Until I sense he is ready, I stay within asking questions and restating, and in so doing breaking the beliefs until they get to see and feel that that's the issue. Closers ask hard questions, questions that change his current paradigm. It sounds like you're out of luck. It sounds like there is no way for you to succeed. Mismatcher. Ah, okay. That's not bad actually. Good. I'm gonna review this later once again. Before the pitch, he has already sold on working with me. Ghost product. I tell my clients that you can get life coaching from a GPT for habit and strategies. But here's what you need. You will need a coach who holds you accountable and doesn't stop calling until you show up. You need somebody who can perform psychological healing work on you. Tactic. With the program, do you want chocolate or vanilla? Assuming the upsell. Okay, great. What else we got? Outsourcing the objections. If you had the time, would you do it? Great. Let's figure out how to get the time. If your wife were on board, would you do it? Great. So what would you need to do so she wouldn't feel worried about it? Damaging ambitions. Positive statement, but negative statement. Negative, but positive statement. You will have to face some of your deepest fears, but you will be happier than you ever would have been. What does your life 5 years from now look like if you don't solve this? Building the conviction. I know perfectly well what the problem of my prospects is. Sales pipeline. Promotion for the right prospect, at the right price, for the right product with the right process. Conviction. I will never have a perfect product, but I do have project interventions. I am the best shot this person is going to have. My intentions are perfect, and they have part of the responsibility. Conviction. $100 million salesman reveals #1 persuasion. Great. One action selling, one product, a book, leveraging. How much money is fetched from the same leverage? Getting more from the same output comes from value and leverage. I do more and get more from what I do. The way I get more from what I do is to do everything I do better. No distractions, one thing at a time. Okay. What would guarantee me that I lose? I only tolerate excellence in my sales and others. Value. Why it doesn't cost a lot? Yes, if all it did was, exactly, that's the value. Why a lot of money is good? Because that means that you're committed. That means it's more for you than it is for others. Which is a great place to be in. Right? It's more for you than for others. And why it's not a lot of money? Compare that to a college degree. That's a lot. Okay, compare the two. What's money good for anyways? You're buying these experiences. And here's the honest truth. You're buying these experiences anyways. The question is just, are you going to pay for it with money? Are you going to pay with it for your time? And now we really want to make the calculation, and that may or may not work out for you. But we really want to find out, do we do that? Because I am a great communicator and I can help you communicate greatly with the great clients that you already have. I've seen this working in multiple of my clients, and it really is that simple. You don't really need me. You can just do it on your own. But on the other hand, it's going to be not as effective because you're not going to be as motivated and you're not going to be as clear and you don't believe as much in your warm outreach. I have to say that there are a lot of cold outreach strategies for AI agency owners. I don't do any of that. This is particularly for people who already have had a successful digital agency in the past. If you're just starting out trying to make your first dollar, good luck, I'm not for you. Good luck, I'm not for you. You gotta just grind for like another 2 years and like actually build yourself up. And even then, you may or may not succeed. I'm just telling you the truth. It's gonna be hard. And a lot of people are entering the space and you're trying to compete with that, well, good luck to you. And you do what you want, but I'm going to do what I think is best for me and for my clients, and which is working with existing, highly performing, already successful agencies who already have a list, and I just help them get better. Right? So why money is a lot. And then the authority is like, if she were on board, would she do that? Okay, if it were reverse, would you do that? Okay, do they want you to suffer? Okay, great. Then we have the no sweat guarantee, No problem at all.